Oh my gosh, I'm filming quite late today. Okay, it's like 3:15, so the natural daylight is suddenly going. Great. I don't know why I'm filming so late today. Like, I literally just put off doing this all morning because my bed was very cozy, I'm not gonna lie. Today I thought I would do a cruelty-free makeup haul. As I mentioned in my 2019 favourites video, I really want to make an effort to use as many cruelty-free products as I can this year. When I tell you I placed the biggest order on Cult Beauty ever, like, I literally just put stuff in my cart, wasn't really thinking about it, and then I got to the checkout, saw the total, and like gagged. But yeah, your girl spent some money, okay? I quickly want to talk about something else first. I actually got the most incredible PR package from Huda Beauty. So I just thought I would give Huda Beauty a quick shout out for sending over 2 of these giant blimmin' packages. I'm talking, we've got every friggin' liquid lipstick in literally every single shade. Also got a bunch, I think every single style of lash that Huda Beauty do, which, I have to be honest, I've tried a couple of pairs before and I wasn't super blown away, but I feel like I probably just picked out the wrong ones because they actually look beautiful. Sorry, I just put the brightness up because it's already going dark, so great. And then they also very kindly sent over a bunch of the mini nude palettes as well, which I've seen these online and they look right up my street. Like, I'm obsessed. We've got a face brush. We've also got the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder, which I'm very glad I didn't buy yesterday. I very nearly bought this on Cult Beauty yesterday because Cult do stock Huda Beauty. But I knew there was a PR package coming from them, so I didn't want to purchase anything just in case they'd already sent it. In fact, yeah, I think this might actually just be the like translucent shade, so very excited to try that because you guys know I'm on the hunt to replace my YSL loose powder. We've also got a bunch of lip liners as well, so I'm very, very excited. Thank you so much to the PR team at Huda for sending all of this over. On to the Cult order, okay? Shout out to Cult Beauty. I love ordering from them. Like, they're amazing customer service and the delivery is always great. They also give VAT receipts as well, which is amazing. I know that probably sounds like kind of random, but if anyone does makeup as a job and needs the VAT receipts, Cult send VAT receipts like straight away rather than having to request them. Kind of a side note and more of like a business thing, but still. I don't even know where to start with this. Like, it's a lot, okay? So I'm probably just gonna dive in and like just see what comes my way. First thing we've got is a Too Faced Born This Way foundation powder. So at the minute I was using, or last year I was using my MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NW35, I believe it was. Obviously MAC is not cruelty free, so I really wanted to try out a new pressed powder, but I wanted something that was still the same vibe as Studio Fix in the same way it was more of a foundation powder. I have to admit that kind of looks, oh no, it's not too light actually. I was worried that was going to be a little bit light. I might get my MAC one to compare. So that is the Too Faced one. This is in the shade Golden Beige, and then this is my MAC one. So I might try this out and see how it goes. To be honest, it still looks like it's probably going to be fine to use. But we'll test it out and see what it's like. I like to use a foundation powder on the outside of my face because I don't use loose powder there, so I tend to get a slightly darker shade because obviously that's the areas where I bronze anyway, so hopefully it will still do the job. If not, I can just get a different shade, but the actual texture feels really nice, and just on the back of my hand it's got a really nice coverage. Okay, so I picked up a bunch of Charlotte Tilbury products because I actually really love Charlotte Tilbury as a brand, as you guys know, so I don't know why I don't have more in my collection. And ever since my friend Millie started working there, she works at the counter in Trafford Centre, if you ever want to go in, she's amazing. Ever since she started working there and started telling me more about the products and things that she loves, like, there's just been so much that I wanted to try out, so I picked up a fair bit, and I think I am going to do a video if you guys want to see that. So I picked up the Easy Eye Palette for the Charlotte Darling look. And how to say, Charlotte Tilbury I don't think is very known really for eyes, it's more so for complexion. So this is what the palette looks like. This kind of looked, out of all of them, the most me, because all of the quads that they do don't tend to have any mattes in, and I know that's kind of the vibe because everything is very like smoked out, like shimmery eyes, but you guys know like I have to have a matte to blend out, so thought I would pick that up to test in a video. It looks absolutely stunning. I got some new lip liners. I got a lip liner in Iconic Nude, and I think the other one is Venus. Yeah, so Iconic Nude and Pink Venus. Ooh, Okay, that looks like something I'm going to fall in love with. Okay, so that is Iconic Nude. More of a brownie shade compared to Pillow Talk, which is a little bit more pink. And then Pink Venus, I believe, is a little bit more coral. Yeah, it's a little bit more of like a coral shade, so that is next to that. Really pretty new colours, very excited to use those. I also picked up the Hollywood Contour stick, like the cream contour stick, because I have had one of these before. Because it only comes in 2 shades, the light and like the fair to light one is very, very, very cool tone, because it is more of like a contour stick rather than a bronzing stick. But I saw this shade online on different videos and stuff, which is the medium to dark, and this is a lot more warmer, so kind of looks a lot more up my street, because to be honest, the lightest shade is just like not for me. I picked up the Magic Away liquid concealer in the shade 3 because Millie said she wore the shade 3. It's very hard to judge shades online. That's the only thing that annoys me about online shopping, even though I love it because Cult and Beauty Bay are like my favourite places to shop for makeup. Very difficult to guess your shade, so I'm hoping number 3 is going to be okay. In the packaging it actually looks quite dark, but online it looks really light, so we'll see. But yeah, Mill recommended that as the best concealer from Charlotte Tilbury, so excited to try that. Okay, I picked up 2 base products as well. So we've got the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, which I've literally been dying to try ever since I've heard Millie talk about it, because she has just been raving about it non-stop, and she's the sort of person where like it takes a lot for her to rave about a makeup product, if that makes sense. So I got the shade 7N. Yeah, it's supposed to be an amazing foundation. You're supposed to need like the tiniest bit. Mill was basically explaining to me that the kind of technology in this foundation is the same as the technology in chewing gum, in the sense that it stretches across the skin in terms of like the pigmentation and stuff, and the pigments in it basically like stretch across the skin to give like a really good coverage for a really minimal amount, I believe. Don't know if I'm quoting that right. Also, Mill does have a YouTube channel, so I will link her Instagram and YouTube down below if you want to check her out. She is very knowledgeable on this stuff, so hopefully I'm like repeating this correctly. Very excited to try that. And then I also picked up the Hollywood Flawless Filter in the shade Medium. It's basically a really, really luminous cream based product from what I understand, so you can kind of use it like all over as a primer. You can use it like as a foundation if you want to. You can use it to highlight certain areas of the skin, because it does have more of that kind of glowy luminous finish. Probably the sort of thing that I will use mixed in with foundations as well to give it a little bit more glow, because you guys know I like a glow and my skin is very dry, so I feel like this product will come in super useful. Okay, powder. Definitely on the hunt to replace my YSL powder, so I picked up the Hourglass translucent setting powder. Sorry, I keep just like dropping all the paper packaging on the floor. I'm pretty sure I've tried this once maybe. Like I feel like Rachel maybe had this on a trip one time and I tried it, or Mads has maybe had it. I can't remember like which of my friends has had this that I've tried it from, but I know I've tried it like once. I think it was the packaging that put me off on this. Like I don't think I like the idea of the packaging very much, because it's kind of like a dome, but then the lid also comes in to like keep the powder all compact, which is really good because it keeps it tidy, I guess. But I'm the sort of person where I like to tap stuff out and like shake it out so it's fully in the packaging, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna give it a go. I'm excited to test out the formula, because I'm hoping the formula I really like, and then if the packaging is something that I don't like to work with, I'm probably just going to dispense it into another container, like my YSL one for example, when it's empty, and use it that way instead. So I'm excited to try it. I know it's supposed to be really good for dry skin and it's not too heavy or anything like that, so yeah, picked up that. Another thing that I forgot to mention from Charlotte Tilbury, this packaging is actually way bigger than I expected it to be. This is literally like a set of lashes. Is it one set of lashes or is it a few? Okay, so last time I checked, Charlotte Tilbury didn't do like false eyelashes, because as I said, I feel like they're not really the vibe of like heavy eyes or intense eyes. It's more just like dewy, like glowy skin. Why is there so much packaging for that? Okay, surely it's not me that just thinks that's ridiculous. Like, what is the point in that? Okay, that's so wasteful to have like that much packaging for eyelashes. And to be honest, I'm not even bothered about the glue. Like, I would happily just take the lashes because I never use glue that comes in here anyway. I mean, the Charlotte Tilbury glue might be really good, but still, like, it does not need that much packaging. Like, look at the size of that. It's like bigger than my head. Well, that's an exaggeration, but still. But yeah, these are the Charlotte's Secret Lash Tricks. Easy to apply lashes to transform your eye look. I'm kind of excited to try them because they look like they've got a very thin lash band, so I feel like they'll work well with the whole like kind of minimal look on the eyes. Oh my gosh, it's getting darker. Okay, I picked up a couple of products from NYX because NYX is a kind of like affordable, cruelty-free brand, as you guys know. I picked up a primer. This is called the Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer, which, if anyone remembers from ages ago, I used to have an Illamasqua primer, which again was more of like a jelly texture. This just kind of looked like a really, really interesting dupe. And I have to say, NYX base products are just like so underrated. Like, a lot of their stuff is incredible. Yeah, so it's basically the same in the sense of like, it's this sort of jelly formula. Can you see that? So it's very, very hydrating on the skin. It actually feels really nice. It feels nicer than the Illamasqua one, which, no shade. And then also from NYX, I picked up a new Born to Glow foundation, my favorite foundation that NYX does. I've not really spoke about it much on my channel because the shade that I had in my collection was the shade Buff, and it was actually a little bit too pinky red for my shade, for my sort of like complexion. So I picked up a new shade in the shade Beige. How many times can a girl say shade, honestly? I feel like this might be a tiny bit dark. But to be honest, I can probably mix the two together. So yeah, I picked up a new one of those. Great coverage, very dewy and hydrating on the skin, so perfect for me with drier skin. Oh my god, this I am so bloody excited about. Okay, so Natasha Denona, cruelty-free girl. I love Natasha Denona products. I very rarely treat myself to them because they are expensive, as you guys know. But this was in stock on Cult Beauty. I actually had 2 palettes from Natasha Denona that I had my eyes on, and only this one was in stock out of the 2, so I was like, it's a sign to get this one. I also own the Sunset palette, which I absolutely love and adore, but I tend to use it more in the summertime when I want the kind of orange and red shades. This is the gold palette. So first off, the packaging, like, I have no words. Oh my god, I regret nothing. I regret absolutely nothing. All gold themed. There's a couple of kind of like complementary colours with the more green, like olivey green and blue shade here. I am so excited to use this. The one thing that I don't like about the Sunset palette is the fact that the whole thing is so warm, which I know is obviously the vibe because it's like a sunset palette, but I kind of sometimes just prefer having a more neutral crease shade and like a more neutral brown. So I felt like this would be perfect because it does have those more like neutral browns inside. I thought this would be perfect, this matte shade, for like a smoky wing liner, because you guys know how much I love a shadow liner at the minute. And again, this darker shade at the top here. I feel like there's different formulas in here as well, because some are definitely more on like the shimmer side, and then others feel like pressed glitters. Like the ones that look a bit more chunky in the pan feel more of like a pressed glitter. So I'm so excited to use that. I'm like, it's my new child. Yeah, I think that's, to be honest, what tipped the cart over the edge. Like, I got to the checkout and I was like, where's all this money come from? Okay, I actually picked up pretty much a full face from Milk makeup. I have never tried anything from Milk before, and a couple of people mentioned it in the comments in terms of testing it out because, again, of course, they are cruelty free. So picked up literally a ton of stuff. I feel like we're just making do with this shit lighting, so don't mind that. Some of it I got smaller sample sizes of just because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. So for example, I got a small version of the Hydro Grip Primer. So cute. It's just like a little baby primer. So this is the Hydro Grip Primer. So on the packaging it says it's got hemp derived cannabis extract and blue agave extract, which help to activate all day hydration and hold. So I'm very, very excited to try that because your girl is dry and needs all the hydration she can get. I got a foundation stick in the shade Golden Sand, which I'm very excited to try. I got a concealer in the shade Light, which the packaging on this actually looks really cute. It's a shame that it comes in actual plastic in terms of the container because everything else comes in paper, so I don't really get the reason for that, but still. We've got another loose powder. This is the Light Translucent Powder. It actually has pretty poor reviews on Cult Beauty, so I'm intrigued to see if it actually is not a great product, or maybe is. Also picked up some of the cream products. So we've got a cream contour stick in the shade Blaze, again hoping to replace my L'Oreal Infallible foundation stick. I got a little baby blush, and I think it's like a cheek and lip, yeah, it's like a cheek and lip cream product in the shade Work. It's just like this tiny little baby one. This is the only one that came in a mini version, and I have to be honest, Milk makeup is not the cheapest, so made use of the little baby products as well. I picked up a fiber brow gel because this had amazing reviews on Cult. This is in the shade Herb. Also got a highlighter, which I'm actually going to unbox this now. Okay, so this is in the shade Iced. Oh, okay. This looks so nice. It feels kind of powdery actually. Oh no, I'm mistaken. I feel like that could be very pretty on the skin. It's down there at the bottom. So nice. I like the fact that it's more of a gold tone as well. So I've got a few more products from Natasha Denona. This was actually 50% off and it looked so beautiful. So it's the Glow Gold Powder Duo, which just looks like so. It kind of looks too dark for my face, and I did think that online as well, but I thought for the body in summertime, I just thought this would be so stunning. So it's basically a highlighter duo. Both are kind of like more goldy shades. Yeah, I just thought for the summertime, like when you want more of a wet look, I thought that would be stunning, and the fact that it was 50% off. Hello. Also picked up a foundation from Natasha Denona. This is the Face Glow foundation in the shade 40. I had a look at the various foundations that Natasha Denona has on Cult, and this one kind of seemed the most up my street because the other one I looked at was Foundation X, but from what I read, that is quite full coverage and quite like clingy to the skin. So thought this might do a little bit better for me. And then I also got a lipstick as well. So this is in the shade 32NP Susanna. I really wanted to get the shade, I think it was the shade Michelle that I had my eyes on, but everything was out of stock pretty much. So this is like a range of lipstick that is all nudes. Yeah, that is the shade Susanna, which still looks really, really pretty. I feel like it would match the lip liner. Oh, it smells good. I feel like it'd match the lip liner that I've got on today, which is Huda Beauty Bombshell. Again, it's getting so dark. Sorry. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost there. Last 4 products that I picked up are from Becca. So we've got the Sunlit Bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. This is what it looks like in the packaging. It kind of looks a bit light actually. I feel like we can probably build that up. It kind of looked quite dark in terms of the photo online, so I didn't really want to go too dark to the point where it'd be really like too dark for my skin. The actual tone of it reminds me more of like my Hoola bronzer, which is perfect because obviously I need to switch that out this year, so very excited to try that. Also picked up a concealer from Becca as well. So this is the Ultimate Coverage Longwear Concealer in the shade Banana. Oh yeah, it looks like a fairly good match actually. Oh, it's thick. It is really thick. It's just at the end there. And then last but not least, I bought 2 lip liners from Becca as well because, as I said, lip liners is something that I definitely need more stock of because I don't really have a lot that is not cruelty free. I got the shade Vacation and the shade Pouty. I just want like a good selection of nudes. I'm also going to go to Kiko maybe tonight or tomorrow to buy some more stuff as well because Kiko is cruelty free and they do a lot of my favorite lip products. That actually looks very similar to Tiramisu by Rimmel, which obviously I can't use anymore and I'm very sad about it. So we've got Pouty this side and Vacation that side. But yeah, that is pretty much everything that I picked up. I realised this lighting is literally a sack of shit now, so I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna buy some more stuff from the drugstore this week. This is pretty much everything that I ordered and it came today, so I thought I would film with it for you guys. Yeah, I'm very excited for this new sort of journey. I think I'm gonna do a video clearing out my makeup collection soon, and nothing is going to be binned or whatever. I'm not going to waste any products because I'm really trying to make an effort not to be wasteful at all this year. Everything will be like donated, given to friends, X, Y, and Z. So I think I'm going to film that. Let me know if you want to see that as well. Otherwise, I'm going to get going. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I love you and I will see you in the next one.